Welcome back to another installment of Small Space Gardens. And today we're going to talk about reusing, repurposing, and recycling, something that we do quite a lot of here on our small holding, but you don't have to live on a small holding in order to do it. Okay, I'm like everybody else. I tend to use and reuse sort of empty plastic pots that you get from the supermarket, things that fruit and veg come in mushroom containers or whatever, and they're great for planting seedlings. So, I mean, that's an obvious. I think a lot of people do that. We accumulate quite a lot of these sheep lick tubs. Now, they're a perfect size for planting tomatoes in, or carrots, or even creating a small wormery. They're quite deep and they've got a lid, which is very handy. In this old repurposed bathtub, we've planted some carrots and they seem to be doing quite well in here. The theory is carrot root fly don't like to fly above a certain height. So just being that little bit off the ground, I think, helps the carrots to thrive. Here's the obligatory pallet compost bay contraption, complete with nettles and weeds growing out of it. And next to it is the back of an old wooden shed, which we've incorporated into the rest of the compost bays. Not that pretty, but very, very functional and free. And it saved us from taking it to the tip. Why not try it? Make use of things that you've got. And here's another ugly but functional, repurposed bit of stuff that could have gone to the tip or the recycling center, but we've repurposed it. It's some old livestock wire fencing that we've attached to some disused metal poles and curtain rails and have let our climbing peas climb through. Okay, not the nicest to look at, but perfectly sturdy, and the peas are loving it. And it's free. And when we get tired of it, we can always send it to the scrap merchant or take it to the tip where they will recycle it. But for now, it'll do. And here I've got some repurposed old plastic clothesline, which I'm using to train some melons up. And I'm using it as a horizontal wire. And we also have access to quite a lot of baling twine. We live on a small holding, we have livestock, and with livestock, we have a lot of hay, and a lot of hay is baled up with this plastic baling twine. It used to be sort of a natural material, but now it's kind of plastic and it never rots. But in a way, that's good because it means you can use it again and again and again. And it's fantastic for training your tomatoes up. Now, I appreciate not everyone's going to have access to baling twine, but there are other things out there that you can recycle. And if you know somebody who lives on a farm, I'm sure they would happily give you lots and lots of baling twine. If you ask them, ask me if you're nearby, and I'd give you loads. Every winter, we coppice some of our hazel and willow trees, and that leaves us with a lot of branches and thin poles, which we could chip or burn, but we don't do either. Instead, we are creating lots of dead hedges, which keep the chickens out of the vegetable garden and stops the wind from blowing through in more exposed bits of the garden, and also creates a wildlife friendly shelter. And it's really a lovely thing to do. And it's something that you could do in a smaller space if you had some trimmings to get rid of. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to check out all the other videos in the collaboration for the Small Space Gardening series. And I'll put a link in the description box below of all the different contributors. Bye for now, and thanks for watching Sow Grow and Cook.